Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. This is a beautiful Saturday morning. I want to say good morning to all my Facebook fans and YouTube fans, as well as my Periscope fans, and everyone that's viewing, whether you are in the Bahamas, Canada, Jamaica, Nigeria, or all over the United States. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I have a special guest this morning, Mr. Avery Bryant. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Avery, and then he's going to introduce himself. But I had the wonderful privilege of featuring him on my Congratulating Our Young Man. But Avery is a distinguished young man, and at an early age, he had an interest in history, states, and presidents. He was most fascinated with African American history. He aspired of being an astronaut when he was very young, but those dreams soon dissipated as he developed more interest in sports. Avery attended Lee High School, where he played football and ran track. He was offered partial scholarships to a couple of private universities out of state, but decided to attend his first year of college at Florida State College at Jacksonville. Soon after his freshman year, he decided to transfer to Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida. So at this time, I'm going to introduce you to Avery and let him tell you a little bit more about himself. So Avery.
Yes, it's a panda. It's a ring.
Good morning. My name is Avery Bryant. I'm a graduate of Florida A&M University, and I graduated with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. I currently reside in Pinellas County, where I'm a first grade teacher in Sandyland Elementary School in Clearwater. For your teaching, but to be on this platform and to give the necessary knowledge to our youth.
Well, thank you so much for that. But I am just excited and overjoyed that you are one of our educators, because we need great educators. So thank you so much for that. And we're going to get started with our questions. Good morning, Miss Curley. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Okay, Avery. So I started my platform, Build Your Best Life, about a year and a half ago. And my passion is to help high school age and young adult males to overcome personal and societal obstacles to build their best lives. In your opinion, is my platform needed by youth today? Okay, can you hear me? Having a little technical difficulty. Think you froze on me. I think he froze. He's gonna probably log off and come back on. But this morning we're talking about walking in your destiny, because how many of you know that we have not because we ask not, And then if we ask, sometimes we don't put in the work to get where we are trying to go. So you have to have that desire and passion to be the best that you can be and to reach your full potential. So many people could be so much further along. And I'll give you a great example. I think this, we have so many people today that are scammers, for lack of a better word, but they are, trying to steal your personal information, coming on the phone. They know how to bypass different things in order to get you to, trying to get you to say yes, so that they can steal your credit card information and order things using your credit cards or whatever. But if they are that smart, why is it not something that they would take and utilize to build their own companies and become multimillionaires? I mean, to me, it's just so simple, because they have the expertise, the know-how, and they're not lazy, because they're, thinking up ways to do this. So they could be so much further along trying to, build their own empires. So as we have things that we want to do in life, we just need to make sure that we plan for it. We ask God, is that what he has in the plans for us? And then go after it. Don't, say, well, I want to write a book. I have so much in me. I want to share with others. And then, well, I don't know how. I don't know where to start. Ask someone. Whatever it is that you want to do, you have to go after it. And good morning, Dan and Shonda. Thanks for tuning in. Avery is having a little technical difficulty. I think he will be logging back in momentarily. He was on earlier. He kind of froze up, so hopefully he'll be back soon. But this morning we are talking about walking in your destiny. Walking your destiny. Because how many out there can put in the chat, something that you aspired to do and you never went after it to do it? Anything. Good morning, Tamika. Thanks for tuning in. So as an example, I waited until I got to be past middle adult to get my college education, but that was something that I wanted to do. And people said, well, you've been working at a company and you're high up in management. Why do you want to get a degree? That was something that I wanted to do for me. It wasn't something that I had to do, but I wanted to, so I went ahead and did it, so it's that kind of thing. What is it that you, have that you want to do and you are not going after it?
In the patch. So
and I'm sorry, I was trying to look up Avery's number so I could call him. So that's just, some of the things that we need to do. So I was looking to see if anybody put anything in the chat about something that you really wanted to do, or something that you still want to do, but you have not gotten up the courage or taken the time to do that. Good morning, Monetta. Thank you for tuning in. Put those things in that chat. Tell me some things that you would like to do that you have not tried doing yet. Hey, write it in the chat. I'm waiting. Write it in the chat. Okay, I appreciate your patience. You know how technology is sometimes. So Avery is still trying to get on. He got kicked out, but he will be back on. But I see nobody put anything in the chat, so I guess everybody is doing everything in life they ever wanted to do. You have nothing that you aspire to do in life. And I guess that's a great thing. But if you do have something and you just, don't want to share this morning, that's fine. But, that's why it's always important because, this month, and which is almost out, I can't believe it. We're still talking about that building material, our goals, and how important our goals are in making sure that you have a great life. So as you work on whatever it is that you are planning to do, you need to write the vision, make it plain, make sure you have a plan for that, and then you can move it along. You got that timetable because you want your goals to be SMART goals. You want those to be SMART goals. They must be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, as well as have a timetable around them. Okay, that's a good one. So I have someone that says they have 2 degrees in accounting and 4 credits towards a BA in UAB, and that was some time ago, and they have not, taken the time to complete that. And right now they regret it, but it's never too late. You can still, obtain that. Okay, can you hear me now, Avery?
I can, loud and clear.
All right, very good. So Avery is back, and I'm going to ask him that question. And I appreciate your patience. Okay, so my question was, I said I started my platform, Build Your Best Life, about 1.5 years ago. And my passion is to help high school age and young adult males overcome personal and societal obstacles to build their best lives. In your opinion, Avery, is my platform something that is needed for our youth today?
I think this platform is definitely needed for our youth, especially our adult males, Black males specifically, because I don't feel like there's an outlet for us all the time as far as expressing our personal issues we may have, obstacles that just come with life. And I feel like it's necessary, and I feel like it's only fair that we have that same amount of outlet that other demographics have. But the first step would be creating this platform, which was already been done, successful, and getting the information out there. That's phase one. And when the information gets out there, then we can rally more youth to get that better guidance that is needed.
Yeah, that's one of my I guess one of my biggest obstacles, because I am trying to get that information out. I've done statistics, I've wrote the book. So I felt like if I wrote the book, then I could get it out to more people. So I don't know if it's the content or it's just like, okay, well, why should I go on Facebook or YouTube and listen to this lady? What does she know? But you know me, so I've raised 2 sons, so
Right.
I have the experience and I have that passion, and I know that our society, whenever you hear about our males, it's always something negative. They're about that life. They don't want to work. They don't want to take care of their kids. And that is so not true. But
Right.
They, like you said, sometimes are not given all of the opportunities. And as well, then they have these obstacles against them and they don't know how to overcome them. So that is something that I'm trying to do, to show them it doesn't matter what happened in your past. Listen to people you know, such as yourself, you're an educator, you can help them, you know, and some of them, all they want is a hand up. So that's something that you can offer to them to help them.
Right.
Yeah, so that is great. All right, I was fortunate to feature you on my platform earlier this year in celebrating our young men. And I was delighted to learn at that time all the outstanding accomplishments that you had made since completing high school. Now, can you tell our audience what steered you into education?
Well, first, I want to say that I had no idea I wanted to go into education until I graduated high school. I honestly didn't know what I wanted to do out after graduating high school. I know I went to Robert E. Lee High School, which was very engineer based. It had a very engineer, science, mathematics curriculum, and so my first field of study or desired field of study was engineering. Then I realized I didn't want to do that. I never wanted to do that. So it was at some point where I was just undecided and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Then I ended up getting a job at the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida, and I worked for West Jacks Elementary School, the team up program at West Jacks, which is unfortunately closed right now. But while the time that I was there, I realized that I was really good with the youth, the little kids, and I think we have a mutual person in common with this Mr. Benjamin Ballard, who's also from the St. Paul church community. He was my supervisor, and he actually encouraged me to go into education. He was observing my interaction with the kids. He was like, "You're really good with them. You really could take this education thing pretty far." And at first, I was a little skeptical because I had no clue I would be. I never even thought I would be in education. But the more when I transferred to FAMU, the more I became comfortable with the idea of me being an educator. Just as I matriculated through the curriculum, I started to notice that I had a certain passion for it. Not education like specifically, but just that mentorship, just being that figure in a kid's life. I feel like teaching is one of the best human services in the world. I feel like if you hold in that knowledge and you're not working or finding some way to impart that knowledge in something, then you're doing a kind of the disservice to the up and coming generation. So I really think education is very pertinent in our society. And from then on, I've been able to work with other after school programs. I worked with FAMU DRS, which is the research school of Florida A&M. I've done plenty of practicums across Leon County schools. I did my internship at Conley Elementary in Tallahassee. So, education has been my life for about 4 or 5 years. And my mother, who is also who I call a teacher. She teaches Sunday school. She also substitute teaches. My dad got a degree in education before moving on to nonprofit. So I feel like this education thing is somewhat in the family. It somewhat runs in the family. But I love it. It's something new every day. I think that's why, even though it is a very hardworking job, I don't get tired of it. Because it's always something new to look forward to, something new to teach the kids. And that's what keeps me going. So it keeps me going every day.
That's wonderful. You sound like you are a great educator because it takes more than someone getting in the school system just to, say I'm a teacher and they're teaching because they have the smarts. But you're doing that extra, that caring for the child, wanting to make sure that they're getting the information, they're getting what they need, and then also going a little bit more above to say, what else is it that child needs? Is it something missing in their life? Is it something that I can talk to them about that's going to help them? So I applaud you. And I just wish that our government would realize that our educators should make more money. And I'm not just saying that because you're an educator, but I've said that my entire life. You know, you hold our future in your hands because you're educating the future. And if it weren't for you, you know, your profession, you know, where would we be? And it takes time. You have to plan. It's not just something you can just get up there every day and you're going to teach, because you can be an Einstein, but you can't just get in front of a classroom and just teach. You have to plan, be organized. So again, I applaud you. Thank you so much for being one of those great educators.
Thank you.
And I know Miss Shonda is so proud.
Very much. She told me that yesterday before we she was prepping me for the for this broadcast. She was like, you know, I'm real proud of you, and you know, I'm gonna keep saying it. And that made me feel good, made me feel like all right, I'm on the right track here. You know, that's my support system. So
Great.
You know, it always feels great when she's encouraging me.
Great stuff. And I think who is it? Miss Agnes, thank you for tuning in. She's tuned in. So you got some St. Paul people out there. All right. In my book, I talk about peer pressure, suicide, goals, how decisions impact actions, etc. While you were in college, what type of issues did you witness that would be helpful topics for my platform?
One thing I can say for sure that would be a beneficial topic on this platform would be the area of mental health, especially in Black men. Like I said before, there's really a very limited space or limited number of outlets we can go to express these feelings that we have, especially in the college setting. You know, you come across so many people who have walked different lives than you, and you know, they bring on, you know, certain energies and things that you're not familiar to, and it can all be overwhelming, along with the academics part of it. You know, you'll see people come and go. There'll be certain waves of depression. I know that my senior year, it was getting really hectic as far as academics and, you know, trying to finish strong, finish up. And some days it didn't feel like I was like, nah, this I'm not gonna make it to graduation with all this overwhelming feelings. But I feel like there should be outlets for us to express these feelings. And I feel like once we get these outlets going, then we'll be able to improve as far as mental health goes. I know peer pressure is definitely another one of them. Feeling like you have to fit in college. You know, you got a bunch of cliques in college. And just, you know, when you're coming in as a freshman, you don't really know where you fit in. It's new people. That could take a toll on you. And it can also veer you off the reason why you came to college. You know, I've seen people come and go, not finish. But I guess that's all in the plan. And God has a different plan for all of us. So, you know, I feel like this platform would definitely benefit if we talk about, you know, topics like mental health, financial literacy, decision making, goal setting, which is it's probably I feel like it's the most important one. When you have a goal in mind, you know, it kind of keeps you on track. So those are definitely some topics that I feel like would be pertinent to the community, especially Black men and African American community as a whole.
Oh, that's great, because, you know, that's what I want to do. I don't want to just be, you know, up here talking and giving information and it's not relevant. I want to help. So that's definitely some good information. When I first started, I did a lot of research and statistics, and I was really surprised because I found that 30% of our young men that go to college, 30% of them drop out their freshman year. I was just, you know, dumbfounded by that. And then recently I was working on something and of our college African American males. That's the third leading cause of suicide when they're in college, and the mental health. So thank you so much for giving me that information. So I will definitely be talking about that more.
For sure. Absolutely.
And just to let you know, I will be pulling on you because I think that you are someone that can assist as well. So in 2021, I'm kind of changing my platform a little bit, and I'm going to have, I want young adult males to be present, to talk to their peers. So I will be pulling on you more. So just to let you know.
All right. I'll be looking forward to it.
Great. Okay. Do you have plans to mentor young men? If so, what will your forum be?
This past year, I've kind of been conjuring up the ideas of mentoring or starting some type of mentor program in my local community. You know, I teach in a very poverty-stricken neighborhood. I kind of like being there because I see my worth. I see my worth at those types of places where, you know, somebody like me, a Black male figure, is needed. And you know, I come across all different types of young men, young boys. You know, I work with first grade, so I have some of the youngest. But I see some issues in the young boys that could, you know, if they're not paid attention to, they could grow and lead into something that could be negative in their future. So I have been thinking of different ways I can mentor young boys. You know, it's my first year teaching, so I don't really have the leverage as far as the district goes yet, as of yet. But I feel like I have some type of leverage in my local community. Just, you know, interacting with the parents, interacting with the kids, and my staff, the rest of my staff and coworkers. You know, I feel like I would have a pretty good support system if I was to go ahead and start the forum of mentoring.
Wonderful. Yeah, so anything that I can do to assist you, any information or books or anything, just let me know, because I know that you would be great at that.
Appreciate it.
You mentioned earlier about goals and that being very important. And right now I'm doing a series under construction, and I say that there are 5 building materials that you need in order to build a great life. The first one I went over was associations. The second one was discipline, more so self-discipline. And this month I've been talking about goals. So I feel like everyone needs to set goals in life to know how to get to the dreams and aspirations they want for their lives. What are your thoughts along this about setting goals and planning?
Well, my thoughts on setting goals is that have a few of them. Have a few of them, and set them at different time periods. Have a yearly goal, have a 5-year goal, have a 10-year goal. Me personally, my 10-year goal is like the be all end all goal. That's what I'm working to. You know, my 10-year goal might include, you know, being well established in my career, owning a property, mentoring, wife, kids, something personal, you know, just to keep that end all be all goal in mind. And then I have the small goals, the yearly goals. I know my yearly goal this year was to successfully finish my first year teaching. And, you know, we're halfway through the year. I feel like that goal is getting ready to be accomplished. And I also have a 5-year goal. I also plan to enter a graduate program in the summer, and in 5 years tops, I plan to be have a master's degree under my belt. So I feel like goal setting in any time period is very important. It keeps you on track. It helps you not lose sight of the be all end all goal. I think when you goal set, then you kind of have nothing else can really get in your way. And that would kind of go back to the self-discipline aspect that you were just talking about. When you have a goal, you have to discipline yourself to stick with that goal. And you know, self-discipline can be pretty challenging. I know me, I'm a procrastinator. I still procrastinate. And and even though like as a teacher, you shouldn't be procrastinating at all. But it's some days it comes, some days it comes. You know, some days you're just tired. But it's definitely something we have to work on. It's definitely the self-discipline part. But going back to the goal setting, when you have that goal in mind, you can kind of stick with your track, stay on focus. And that's what I have there.
Great. All right. I really appreciate you coming on this morning. And I know you had some technical difficulties, but I appreciate you just keep on until you got it. So yeah. This has been wonderful.
Thank you.
I do appreciate you coming on. And I knew you, and I have to say it, when you were a little boy. So I am so proud of you. So there are some closing comments that you think that will be helpful for our youth that you want to leave with us this morning?
Yes. My first thing I want to leave with the youth is that don't put yourself in a box. Don't put yourself in a box. The world already puts us in a box, specifically Black males. They usually only see about two or three things we could be, and that's rapper, athlete, or inmate. And I just feel like that's just not enough for me. And I want people to see that you can be an educator like me. You can be a doctor. You can be a lawyer. You can be a nurse. You can go into any field and be successful in it. You don't have to just put yourself in the box based on what you see on the TV screen. Other thing I want to leave with the youth is that, especially young adult males, sometimes we, like me, myself, just talking about me, sometimes I feel stagnant in life and feel like, I've made an accomplishment. Okay, then I plateau. And that doesn't really sit well with me. I always want to keep elevating. So and you're going to get to a point where you feel plateaued, you feel stagnant, you feel like, all right, what do I do next? My advice would just be move at your own pace. You're young. Me, I'm in my 20s, early 20s. I have to constantly keep being reminded to that, you're young, Avery. You still have time to expand and elevate. So if you feel stagnant, don't move at anybody else's pace. Move at your pace. Move when you feel like it's time to move. And that's what I would leave with my youth.
Great stuff this morning, Avery. I appreciate it. Everyone, please visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org. That's www.buildyourbestlife.org. You can view my blog. I release a new blog every Monday. You can find out more about my platform, more about myself. You can also get my book, Build Your Best Life, with Deborah D. Smith. It's Build Your Best Life. And this is a good book for our educators, our mentors, parents, grandparents, of course, our young males. So you can get this on my website. It's not too late to get it for Christmas. It makes a wonderful Christmas gift. So please visit my website. And I thank you so much for tuning in. And as you go on your journey to be your best you, there will be rough terrain, detours, and distractions. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be the best you so that you can build your best life. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And thank you, Avery. Be blessed. Have a great week.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.